Good afternoon, all. So today we're just having a refreshment training of the dashboard. So we are not going through the entire dashboard features. As you are aware already, this feature is something we have done already 2-3 sessions. Yeah, so continuing that, the recent clarifications and different queries what we are getting regarding the dashboard. We are getting only on the couple of queries which is regarding on couple of features only. So we are just focusing on those point like how to get into your data from the dashboard view and how to go through the dashboard and how to access the data within the dashboard if it is required, how to relate the dashboard, uh, how to relate the data between one chart. So these four elements what we are going to cover in our today's session majorly. So I'm just going to share my screen. So this is our dashboard, conformance dashboard, which is gives you the information regarding the schedules and what is the schedules and how many schedules have been scheduled so far and what is the progress on the schedule side. That information you will get it from the particular dashboard along with the score information as well. So the major queries what we are getting recently on the dashboard uh, data, like the data of the dashboard, which is not exactly matching with the schedules what has been reflecting in this particular schedules module. So the major impact or the major scene what we have to keep in note is the dashboard gets refreshed on every 1 hour. So once the data gets updated in the records, that will get that will get start reflecting after 1 hour in the dashboard. So this is the one of the reason why these particular two things will always not match. So the data what you are looking, it is 1 hour behind every time. That we have to keep in note. And other elements is, so whatever you are seeing the data which is up to date, it is like updated date. So the what the data you are seeing in the schedule module is, it is based on the schedule date, means the schedule what you have selected, chosen from and to. So the data, once you enter into the dashboard, there are two different things you have to keep in mind. If you want to go with the up-to-date update, then the dashboard is giving in that approach, and you can go with the filter and you can select the whatever date request or time dimension filter without selecting any time dimension filter. So if you want to come across with the exact schedule data and I don't want to see the updated things, I wanted to see only the December schedule, which I have done so far. So from the 1st December to 30th December, I have scheduled 15 schedule. I wanted to see only that 15 schedule information in the dashboard itself. So in that case, every time when you are coming into the dashboard and if you are looking such restricted data, you have to select the time dimension filter as a first thing. So the audit start date, you have to choose it in the conformance dashboard, and in the compliance dashboard, there is created date. Okay. So these dimension filters are available in the each of the dashboards. So in the conformance dashboard, we have to select audit start date, and the same way compliance dashboard, we have to select the created date. Okay, so when at the moment when you select this as audit start date, that particular start will get, means that particular date column will get selected. After that, you can go ahead and you can choose which particular month data you wanted to see it. So suppose I wanted to see June month data, whatever I have done the schedule between the June month only. So the moment when I add filters, irrespective of updated, between that two date, whatever I have scheduled, I can see that data. So this particular data gets matched with the schedule screen, whatever you are seeing in the schedule screen as well. So while the comparison between the dashboard and this thing, you have to keep always that there is a 1 hour lag. So after 1 hour, you can go ahead and check. And between that 1 hour, whatever update was happened, it will get reflected in the dashboard. This is the point number one. So after getting into this, you have couple of questions, you have couple of things to get in the Excel, or you have to get some information into Excel. I will take only one example. Suppose in the main audit schedule, there are couple of things are lapsed. So couple of schedules are lapsed. So you wanted to know which all those schedules got lapsed. You want that information in Excel. What you can do is, currently what you can do is, you are getting only the information that 41 schedule got lapsed, or overall 229 out of 229 schedules, 41 schedules are lapsed and 24 are lapsed not started, means that not started at all. So which all oddities, which all these schedules, those things, if you wanted to know it, and this information it's required in the Excel, then only summary information if it is required. There is a download option. Like if you want to download this chart, you can download it in PNG, JPG and PDF version. And SVG, CSV and XLX, you can download it. It will give you a summarized information. It means the information what you are seeing in the chart, the same information you can download it and you can see it. Means the how many count. This will give only summarized information. So next to this, and after downloading that, if you wanted to see, no, I need deeper information about this, means how, what is the auditee, who is that, which auditor not started this, and which auditor is not completed this, that information you required, means there is an option called drill through. You have to select that particular option by clicking this uh, uh, option where you will see in every top of the chart. So you can select that there is a drill through option. You have to select that drill through, and whichever information you wanted to see, there are two elements in this particular chart. Suppose you wanted to see only in progress, someone has started this and it is not completed, only that information you wanted to see it, then you click on that particular point. Then the information which you are looking, it will first fetch in the table format. So there are a couple of columns. It will show his auditee date, end period, audit start date, what is the audit start date, and what is the audit end date, and what is the updated. Couple of details are available, but you wanted to add few more information into this particular download. So how you can add that? There is an option, toggle table view. So when you click that, there is an option called dimensions. Here the information whatever you are looking for, the everything will get listed in this. Suppose you wanted to see what is the sub-audit type name for these schedules. So the moment when you click that sub-audit type, it will get added as a column. So now this particular one schedule is regarding this particular AG auditor, and the one of the audit schedule, it is AML branch audit. So that kind of information you get started. So if you want to add state name, city name, cluster name, main auditee name. So you can add all those information. So state name added, city name added, so minority name also have added. So then you wanted to know the what is the auditor name also for this. So mainly this is skipped by the auditor. So you wanted to see the information which auditor got skipped this. So these kind of information you can add it through these particular dimensions. So if you want to add audit type, there are a couple of process will be available. Out of those process, which process are getting lapsed more, that you can add it and you can keep it in this chart. So once you added all this information, suppose, okay, whatever information I required, everything I have added in this, then you can go to this download option where you can see the one second. So there is an option where you can download this thing. When you click this, then there is an option will come. It will show you as Excel and CSV. You can download in any of the format. So suppose I'm just downloading this in the CSV format. Then once it is getting downloaded, all the selections, whatever you have selected, it will get downloaded. So Ramya, is there any questions at this point?
No questions, Ravi.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the main feature where users can utilize to fetch the relevant information. This particular features is available in all of the charts. Wherever chart, whichever chart you feel that you wanted to download the data against all of this, then you can go and select that drill through option and you can download it. If you wanted to go with the sub-audit wise schedules, or if you wanted to go with some score related things, in any of the chart, you can go and download the data uh, which is required for you to analyze it. This is the one way of downloading the data. Or suppose a couple of things you can um, work on the chart itself. It means the comparison, what you can do it. Suppose now you have downloaded the data, that is one part. Suppose sometimes you need not to download the data. You wanted to see the information only on the chart itself. So how can you see that chart? Means how can you relate that chart details into the questions what is having in your mind? So suppose, for example, in main audit schedule. Okay, so there are 139 schedules as associated with for this particular process. You wanted to see in this chart only, irrespective of going below and checking which auditee and all. Within this particular chart only, you have to compare the data, how many auditees laid in particular this 139 schedule. So how many auditors are included, how many auditees have been excluded in this process. So those information you wanted to see between this chart only, there is one option called drill across. So you can choose that. The moment when you choose, it will select that drill across whichever process you wanted to see that comparison within chart itself. Then you can see that. So suppose I'm going with the AML branch audit, I'm selecting that, then it will. Okay, one second, I just selected the linked analytics. So I'll just refresh the dashboard. I'll select only drill across. So the moment when you select, it will give you an options to this particular point. Means for ML branch audit, you have to compare with what? Means if you want to compare with auditee name, or if you want to go with auditor comparison, if you want to go with a location, or if you want to go with some PI status, the information whatever is available, you can go with that. Suppose you want to go with execution status. First, you want to see For AML audit only, I have to see where are they, means which all execution status. So out of 139, how many audits are submitted, how many finalized, everything you can see it in the chart itself. So the moment you get this information, you wanted to see the lapsed in progress information, which auditees have been crossed this, means which auditees have not yet completed. So you can select, and the same way like how you selected the execution, the same way you can select the auditee name. When the moment when you select the auditee name, it will give you the result which auditee is crossing for this particular 65 in progress. So the most of the audits are skipped in Evershine Nagar itself. So the same way Jainagar fourth block. So you wanted to go with the Jainagar fourth block, which all auditor have been assigned for this audit, which they have not completed. Then you wanted to see the auditor's name, then you can see this. So like this, the comparison between the data to data means the what chart you are seeing information, it is not sticked with that data. And it is not only that gives you main audit information. You can play around with the chart, whatever information you required it. The analyze, it is up to users that what questions will come in their mind, means what information they wanted to see in the dashboard. That is up to users that needs to apply on the charts or apply on the dashboard wherever they feel that if they wanted to download this data particular things, then they can download it. And if they wanted to see the chart and the chart information within the chart, the comparison within the chart, then they can use the drill across. This is the major two area where users can utilize they can play around with their data. Okay, so this is one of the features what users can going further can use this to explore more about the dashboard. Ramya, any questions on this moment?
No questions, Ravi. Also, I think Ravi, you can cover what all information you have covered that how you can go into the details and check, but what all information an individual dashboard would have, that also if you can cover, it would be good.
Yeah, I'll come to that last. I'll just explain what all information charts are available, how they can download it. That so majorly first we are covering the major area recently users are looking. So most of the users are struggling to get the data from the dashboard. Most of the users are not knowing how to get the data from the dashboard like that. So this is the dashboard which you gives the conformance dashboard is gives you the schedule related data. The same way you have another dashboard called compliance dashboard where it will give you the information about the issues. So when it comes to the issues means the same kind of data you wanted to know it, the same kind of data you wanted to download. So these features and this information are available in across all the dashboards except that landing dashboard what you will come the moment when you log in there is one dashboard comes. Except that the all the dashboards will get this facilitate that will give you the output of the data what you are seeing. You can download those data. So this is the compliance dashboard. Here the information what all you will get it is the total number of issues what you have in the across all the process what you have in the Audit360 system. So suppose you have overall 2000 issues across all the audits so far whatever you have executed, and how many are zero tolerance, how many are high risk issues. Those kind of information will give you indicate in the landing itself. Then when you cross below that, you will get to know which issue are there in which status, and what is the at a process wise, what is the issues count. So the same way you will get issue aging, risk wise and group wise issues, and auditee wise also. And same way you will get repeat and recurring also, which issues are repeating and continuously it is getting repeats, means after third issue occurs, then it will become a recurring issue. From how many issues are out of 2000 issues, 1110 issues are recurring issues which are giving more attention. So we have to take some, it will give you some indication that you have to take some more action on these particular points. So means most of the auditees are failing to this these particular checkpoints. So like that, there are a couple of information at a geographical level, and most identified issues, which issues are identified mostly, that which particular checkpoints are identified many times, though those information is available in a different chart. The same way trend of the repeat and recurring chats, and over time open issues, how many open issues are there on each of the month, and average time taken, means from resolution time taken for the auditee, how much time it is taking from one status to another status. That's something you can see it in this particular chart. And it is at trend level, how many issues are coming in a month, and what is the risk level of those issues, that you can see it. And it is audit type versus risk level. Suppose in name branches there is a high risk, low risk, how many medium risk issues are identified, those kind of information you can see it in this chart. At last, you can see the table chart information where it gives some of the consolidate information regarding all of the issues. It is not give you the entire information, but it is like a consolidated or some summarized information what you will get in the each of the issues. So here also you can, as I told, if you want to see the particular data, you can select the time dimension filter as created date and updated date, and you can select it. The same way you can go with like drill across, drill through, and drill down. You can use it to access the data, and you comparison the data what you wanted to see it. So once this is the major areas what you have to look into it. Ramya, do we need to cover any other points and the things? So this is the major what we thought to have it. So we have covered it.
Nothing specific, Ravi. If you can show this, how do we go drill down? If you can show once again with the example of aging of the shoes.
Yeah. Okay, so in this particular chart, we have not given that drill across. I'll show you the same way I'll show it is in the risk-wise chart. So suppose if I wanted to see the data comparison, as I told, like if I want to see how many there are risks, okay, there are high risk, medium risk, zero tolerance. So the zero tolerance, which you have to give you more attention, that it cannot be pending for more time, and why it is observing, and which oddities contribution is causing for this. So you wanted to compare that particular data within this particular chart itself. Then as I told earlier, you can go with the drill across option. So in any of the chart, not only I'm taking as an example, that's it. So wherever you have that option, you can use that and you can go with that. So as an example, I'm taking this particular chart as now I wanted to see zero tolerance issues for which auditees are contributing these particular zero tolerance. So if I want to select drill across, then I will go and select the auditee name out of it. So the 196 which I'm getting count, the major count is coming from the Evershine Nagar, and the other east is 39, and the NCR is coming 12. So the moment when you arrive this particular point, you wanted to not proceed with other information. You just need this information in the Excel. Then the moment when you feel that this particular data it is required in Excel, then you can change the selection from drill across to drill through. Okay. So from drill across to drill through, the moment when you change it, then you can click any of the element which you required in the Excel sheet. Then that will take you into Excel download platform again. As I showed you earlier, you can select the dimension whichever it is required, checkpoint intent. You wanted to select checkpoint intent and what is the supported type name for this particular intent and issue, what you are seeing it. And if you want to see it some the risk level, anyhow, it is a zero tolerance. So what is the you can select auditor name and audit type name, you can choose it. I'm just taking an example. You can select whatever information it is showing here. You can select any of that. So I'm just selecting checkpoint group and the definition as well. What is the group name and intent? Since I have already selected, uh, yeah, intent it's already been selected. So then I'm select the remarks. There are couple of remarks someone was looking for each of the issues. This is the major things that they can select all the remarks from the auditor side and from the reviewer remarks. If it is any auditee remarks will come in the issue comment. So all this information, the information whichever required, they can select it and what is the status of that particular issues. Aging of the issues, aging bucket also you can select it against that zero tolerance and you can see this particular issue is present from more than a month. So then like that the aging also you can add it in the Excel sheet itself. Then the comparison you can take it whatever you require the information in the chart, then again you can download that information in the CSV or in the Excel. So this is the comparison or this is the download option what you have across all the dashboard. Apart from that, you can download entire dashboard, which is gives you the all chat information. You can download in the PDF format. There is one option available. It will download of your entire dashboard, which is there. And apart from that, you can download, as I showed you, you can download the chart level options also there, where you can download it is in the image, PDF, SVG, CSV, and XLS. Okay. So is there any question, Ramya, at this point?
No questions, Ravi. So all the participant, if you have any queries or you want to know how a specific information can be checked, you can let us know. Just a minute, Ravi.
You can wait for the questions for some time. If any questions or if any things are not there, then we can take it further.
So there is one question that the default drill down display shall have names in the column field. It is very difficult to select from the dimension.
Yeah, that can be saved it at any moment. Suppose in every time you need not to go and select the columns. So you can save your drill through options. Suppose I'm going inside this particular selection and I'm selecting every time, as you told, if I wanted to save this drill that is available, I'll just select whichever information I required. First, I'll select those information. Once that selected, then there is an option here where you can save these particular selections what you have made earlier. The moment when you save this, I have selected now. There are three columns: sub audit, main audit, schedule ID, and intent. So once that is selected, you can save this drill and you can download it. So I'll close this and I'll download it. The moment again, if you wanted to go to the drill option for the same chart, then I can see that particular information which is already selected, main auditee, and whichever I have option selected, it is get saved. And you need not to select again those dimension. There is an option where you can save that option. Or that key columns, whichever is there, it will show you here. You can arrange the which column you need first and which column you commit in the end. Those things also can be editable. Key fields, you can see it here. Ramya, hope I answered to that question.
Yeah, there's one more question, Santosh. Ravi, is can we get issue aging in numbers instead of text? So what the user is asking is currently the aging is in text. Can that be into a numbers?
We are giving as a number only, like 7 to 21 days. It is a
That is
date
a
calculation.
slab flagging, and against that we are giving the count, correct?
Correct. So suppose more than a month, how many counts are there? That we are giving that total 1636 issues are there against more than a month. Okay, between 7 to 21 days between. It is not exactly calculating which day between that, but we are calculating that between this slab. I got their question because they are asking, instead of giving more than a month, only 3 slabs. They wanted to see for each of the issues, they wanted to see how many days. So we are describing as aging issues as 3-dimensional, means the 3 elements only, which is more than 7 to 21 days and 20 to 28 days slab. If it is more than a month and we are taking that is as a more than a month, it can be 60 days, it can be 90 days, or it can be 180 days. That you can go and check on the due date which are present and the today's date.
We have one more question. This is that it is related to the date filter. They're asking the date filter in confirmation, in conformance and the compliance dashboard is audit start date or audit end date. I think this is important because most of them are been asking this. We need to talk more on the filter dates what are available on both the dashboard.
In the conformance dashboard, you have to always go with the audit start date. There is an option called audit start date that you have to select in the conformance dashboard. In our compliance dashboard, we are not looking at a schedule level, or we are not looking at a this thing, because individual issues are issue for us. So the moment when it is even in the business logic what we have built, we are not looking those issues at a schedule level. Hence, in the compliances, we have to go with the created date. In the compliance also, you can see that there is an option as created date that they need to select in this. So for the conformance, it is audit start date, and for the compliance, it is a created date. Soon we are adding because couple of queries have been come that they wanted to see issues also on the schedule wise only. So soon we are going to add audit start date in the compliance dashboard as well. From then onwards, you can go ahead with the audit start date only, so that will give you the exact month information which you are looking for.
Yeah, that's it for now. On the question side, Ravi, if you have any other features or something to be shown, you can take over.
Okay. So this is the data download side and data comparison side. And other feature what we have in the dashboard is linked analytics, where you can drive your questions into action. Okay, suppose you have some of the questions in your mind that you wanted to see that in analyze way, that you can use in the linked analytic using the linked analytics option. Suppose the moment when I select the linked analytics, my entire dashboard will start acting as my selection. So suppose I am in the dashboard where I am seeing entire information. So I don't want to see entire information. I just wanted to see only AML audit. Irrespective of filter, what you can do is the information, whatever you wanted to see it, irrespective of filter, you wanted to see it, then you can go ahead and select the linked analytics, and you can see I wanted to see only AML branch audit. Then I'll just click on that AML branch audit. My entire dashboard will get changed to that particular selection only. So the information, whatever you're seeing, it is only related to AML branch audits. So these informations. So like this, suppose now I have selected only AML branch and I am seeing this entire information. Within AML audit, I don't want to see all the schedules which I have done. I wanted to check only finalized schedules. Then the moment when I clicked on the finalized, I will see only finalized information. Wherever that not related data is there, it will show that there is no, because this is labs and in progress related details. So it will, these charts will not be having any uh, details for the finalized, hence it will show as this. The same way, the moment when I select this particular 43 information, then all other charts also will get changed according to that. So this is the schedule and this is the score for those, and which are having this information, which are the rating, everything, all the charts, it gets changed according to the selection what I will do. So this is the one of the way where you can use the dashboard without filter. This will work after you selected date filter also. Like if you have selected suppose only December month or only June month what you wanted to see it. So after that, I'll select only apply filter. If I applied that, then the information what you are seeing, it will get applied. Then again, I can go with this particular, which is labs not started, and my entire dashboard will get changed according to that selection. That way, it will work along with the filter as well as the linked analytics. The moment when you select the linked analytics, you cannot use any drill across, drill through functions, because the clickable actions you have chosen as linked analytics. So if you want to use drill across, drill through and all, you have to reset this linked analytics, whatever you have selected, and you have to unselect the linked analytics. Then you have to use the other features called drill through, drill across and all. Okay, so far I think I have covered more on drill across and drill through only. I will show what is the drill down feature as well. So what is the drill down is if you have any elements steps, suppose you have some data which are having a layers. First, so for example, in a geographical. So in the geographical, what you have north. Under north you have region, under region you have some oddities, city. So this information you wanted to see across in the chart itself, then you can select the drill down option, then you can start clicking the chart. So the moment when I select north, within that north there are a couple of regions are available, northeast, northwest, then I'll select northeast. Within Northeast, I can see Maharashtra, Karnataka as states. So within state, I can see the only Karnataka. Then I'll select. Then within Bangalore, then I'll select. It will take you the auditee. The moment when you reach last stage, then that will take you into data download option. So this is the drill down where you can see the layers of the, if you want to see the drill path from where to where you have gone, from north to northeast, then Karnataka, then Bangalore, then JP Nagar. You are in the JP Nagar. Under JP Nagar, you have one branch called JP Nagar main branch. So the moment when you click this particular thing, then if you reach the last stage of the data, then it will take you to drill through automatically, so that you can download that particular data. So these are all two other different features what you can utilize it within the dashboard. Yeah. So any other questions, Ramya?
No, Ravi. For now, we have answered whatever has come up.
Yeah. So we can get connected like this in a.
And one more point I think we should check is there are many people who talk about the count is not matching and how do you have to, I think you have to guide them on how the counts can be checked and what is the gap in which in case if they have any gap, what if those gap could be because of the sync we have.
Yeah, Ramya. So that is the first point what I have covered. The moment when it comes to the comparison between the schedule module or in review audit module, what is there, but I am not seeing able to see that it is not showing as finalized, but I can see that audit in the finalized status in the review audit screen. So those queries, yes, absolutely it is coming. The moment when those comparison are doing between the dashboard and this, first thing we have to notice uh, that there is a lag of the update in the dashboard. So after the once it is get updated in the Audit360, that should get refreshed in the dashboard after 1 hour only. So there is a lag. It is always not get matched the moment when they are seeing it. So suppose I have added couple of records in the 318, 320, but the moment when I added the records, if I am going and seeing in the dashboard, it will not show. Definitely it will not show because there is a schedule of every 1 hour it is running in the backend where it will show, it will get updated those records into the dashboard data. So that records have to be get updated first. So if they wanted to see that additional records which they have added between that time, they have to see it after 1 hour. Suppose if I have added this in 15:20, means 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, there is one more schedule is there. After running that schedule only, it will get refresh. That is point number one, what we have to always keep in mind when we are doing the comparison. So the second comparison, the second point what we have to keep in mind, as I told that there is a data, what you are seeing in the dashboard, it is up to date, means it is updated date based. There are couple of date columns are present, so it is showing the dates based on the updated date. So if you wanted to see these details on a start date basis, then you have to select the time dimension filter as audit start date. Then you can do the filter. If you come and do the load filter directly without selecting audit start date, it means it will not give you the result as it is what you are seeing, because in our schedule, in the schedule module, you have start date and end date, which is you are referring it for date range selection. The same way in the dashboard, you have to refer that first as a start date. Then only you have to go ahead with the date range. So suppose you have not selected the time dimension filter as not start date, then directly you are going and adding a filter that I wanted to see only December month, means it will cover you the December month updated date. What is updated date means? Suppose today you have done one schedule, okay, which is from 3rd January to 31st or 15th February. Okay, this particular audit action has been completed in the February month. Okay, in the February month also you have a couple of schedules which is start from 1st February to the 29th February. So this 15th February, whatever you have completed, which is January month schedule, but without date filter, if you are selecting only February month, then you will get that January month also, because that action was completed in February month. It is the data which is not understanding that you are searching only for the January month, which is scheduled. So if that data wanted to understand, means the dashboard wanted to understand that you are looking only data for the January month schedule, even though if it is completed in February, or only February schedules, even though January month schedules also will get complete in the February month, that details you don't want to see it. I want to see only February month. In that case, definitely always users have to select the audit start date as a dimension. The same way, even in the compliance dashboard, you have to select the created date. The moment when that created date selects, it will take you the exact date where it got created or where that schedules have been done, for which month it is been started. Based on that, that selection works. So this is the major point that we are telling all of the users to have cautious about when that cautious in the sense that it's a short note that how data, which data you are looking for. So it should be always in a note.
So basically the schedule start date is the date when schedule is the particular schedule has a start date. And I think created date, if my understanding is not wrong, Ravi, it is when the issue fluence has happened. This comes especially only on the compliance dashboard, and once the particular schedule has been finalized, in our Audit360, the data flows to issue module once the finalization is happened. So the created date is, can we tell it is the date when finalization is happened, Ravi, at the safer side?
Yeah, correct. After there will be many actions happen on the same checkpoint. Suppose After created, it will go into accepted. And after accepted, it will get resolved in the March month. After it will get resolved, it will get closed in the April month. So on the same point, on the same checkpoint, the updates are happening frequently on month based on the availabilities, based on the tag which is described in the system. So once it is created date means updated date, it will also keep on update based on the actions which is happening to that particular checkpoint. Okay, so if you wanted to see which all checkpoints have been updated this month, irrespective of when it was created, that way also they can go and check it. Suppose my issue got created on 2021 January, but today it got resolved. I wanted to see today's date only. I don't want when it is get created. So today what action is happening in my system, I wanted to see it. Then irrespective of date selections, they can go and select the date range and they can see it particular month, what all issues got resolved, what all issues come into accepted, what all issues it gone into resolved. So all these actions can be shown in that particular dashboard. Like as I told in the conformance, the same way it works in the compliances also.
Yeah, and I think another date we need to consider is the updated date, because whatever the last update, the it would take the issues last update date would be considered there.
Last updated date is auto means it is pre-selected. The date range what they're they're seeing it in the load period filter. Without selecting, if they are going into load period filter, then it is showing as a updated date. It is the values which they get. It is based on updated date. Suppose I'll go to conformance. I'm there in the conformance, so I'll go to compliance. So here options you will get it for updated date and the created date as well. So updated date you need not to select. You can directly, if you wanted to see the data according to the updated date, and you can directly go to time dimension and you can select it. As I told, whichever checkpoints got updated in this particular month, entire information will come irrespective of when it got created. Okay, so that is the main point. If they wanted to see only this month creations, means I have couple of audits in this month which I have executed and completed on 15th January. After that, you wanted to see only on 15th January which are get created. Then that particular time they have to select the created date as a time dimension filter. That options will be available in this selection.
Yeah, got it, Ravi. So thanks, Ravi. It was a good session and a lot of insight was given. You had covered major of the functionality which needs to be used for a lot of data analyzing and to drill down and all. So it was great. All participant, if you have any more queries or any feedback, please do write to us on the Q&A section. Whatever had come till now, we have already answered privately, and also on we have published a few of them. So if you have any queries, please do write us on Q&A section. We'll keep this session for a couple of minutes. You can also write to us if you want any specific module or a feature to be taken up in the webinar as a refresher. We will also be able to do that. Either you can share this in the Q&A section, or you can even write to us. You can reach us through Amaya or through the support IDs what we have, and we can take this request. We'll just give a couple of minutes to see if there are any queries to be answered, Ravi.
Yeah, I mean, I can see one more question which is related to deleted branches schedules count also reflecting in the conformance dashboard. Yes, it will get reflect if you have already scheduled and executed. Suppose you have scheduled and executed, there is no deletion option for the auditee. Exactly, you can delete the schedules which you have scheduled between if it is not started only. But once the audit has been executed, after that, anywhere there is no delete option at all. So once audit is executed and it is present in the audit schedule screen, it means definitely it will show in the dashboard. If it is auditee, it is in. Yeah, so the
There is one more
second.
question we have. I think someone wants to know how do we see the if they have a specific scenario, they just want an help in seeing knowing that how we can see this. So they wanted to know how we auditee wise how we can see the aging of the issue.
Yeah,
If
that
it,
is what I have shown on the drill across. Ramya. So the same feature they can apply in the issue aging, and they can go ahead and they can choose the auditee name and the relevant information regarding, suppose if they wanted to see it. Currently that option is not enabled in demo server. So since I would have show that in that particular chat itself. I'm just resharing my screen. So
yeah,
the way I have told that I was just explained for the risk wise count. The same way they can go ahead with the issue aging only. Okay. So suppose there is a okay. So I just told team to enable it. They have enabled it. So if they wanted to see it auditee wise, then they can click on the aging, and they can the first they can click on the drill across, and they can select which aging they wanted to see, which is more than a month, or if it is other element. Then I'm just selecting a more than month, and I'm selecting a auditee date, auditee name. So these are all auditees. I'm getting it as a summarized. You can download it, that issue aging. After that, you can see which auditee is having. Are you able to see my Excel? I think no. I've shared my only desktop. So you can download that into Excel. Then it will give you a summarized option, like where you can see issue aging. I'll just share my Excel screen 1 second. So like this, Ramya, you can get the information that this particular auditee have these many issues, which is more than a month. The same way, Ever Nagar is having issues 527, which is having more than a month. Like that, auditee wise, they can download it and they can see it. They can use the drill across, and they can download that data. I hope that is clarified that last question.
yeah.
It's not only you have to download that aging comparison only on that particular chart. It's not. If you wanted to download anywhere, you can, as I told, you can select the drill through option. There is a dimensions. There you can select that column as aging column in one of that. So it will give you aging information also while you are downloading other information.
Yeah, I think we have already overshooted the time, and we have also answered all the queries, Ravi. So thanks a lot to each and everyone who have made time and joined this session. And if you still have any more queries, please do write to us. We will take you through this. And if you need any refresher training or a separate specific training, you can reach out to your relationship manager, and we'll try scheduling this for you with whatever the L1 server support we have provided. So any query, anything related or to dashboard or outside dashboard also, please go through Amaya or the reaches, and you can take the updates from there. And we will also be soon uploading this webinar recording also in Knowledge 360. Maybe in a week's time, once we get the content all made ready, and we will also upload it in Knowledge 360, and you can use this from the Knowledge 360, and with a voice search, you can go to the relevant requirement and make a use of those webinar sessions. So for now, thank you all. Pleasure having you all here, and thanks Ravi for the wonderful session. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all.